welcome again to my YouTube channel. This is Josie the Shrink, and I'm your girl, your mental health physician. This is for you and your mental well-being. So, how did your week go? Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you had a reviving week and a revitalizing one. So, let's talk about your mental health as pertaining sleep. You agree with me? If you don't sleep well, then you are cheating your brain. If you don't sleep well, you won't have the best time of the day to enjoy yourself. If you don't sleep well, most likely you won't make good friends because you'll be irritable. So, what is sleep itself? Sleep is just a natural process. It's so natural, it's reversible, and it reoccurs. Like it's something we do every day, and it's something that reoccurs. So when we talk about reoccurring, it happens. And of course, it's about our mind and our body, and it's characterized by a lot of consciousness of your environment. There's absence of wakefulness, and people talk about a positioning of sleep or the other. But at the long run, the most important thing is that you should have a quality sleep and with a good quantity to have the best and a refreshed brain. So with this video, we are going to be looking at how best to sleep well. Most of our lifetime, part of it has been used in sleeping. So sleep itself is part of life. And why would you not want to enjoy the way you sleep? So if you sleep well, you are enjoying your life. That's just the fact. You are enjoying your life. And you must know how to sleep well. Something we call insomnia. Insomnia is lack of sleep, difficulty going to bed, staying asleep, or the problem you wake up early and you're not able to go back to bed. That is majorly the psychological difficulty in sleeping. And a lot of people have this problem. It's like a nightmare to them. They can't sleep. So they go around, look for help, go over the counter, try to get drugs to help themselves. Today, you're going to get the best information to help you sleep. So first, you have to talk about your sleep environment. How is your sleep environment? Do you like to sleep on a couch, on a sofa, or on a bed? The ideal place to sleep is actually on a bed. And it's not just a bed, a comfortable bed with comfortable clothing. Your bed should be organized, the room should be comfortable, it should be well aerated. So this I mean is that your room should be comfortable and familiar. It should be a place that when you get to your body just realizes that it's time to sleep. So if you have to tiptoe into your room because of a lot of things have been kept on the road, it becomes so uncomfortable you can't sleep well. Some of the things that make a room very, very uncomfortable is when it's overcrowded. A comfortable room that is familiar, quiet. Quiet in the sense that there's no need for any music to be playing on the background. No, just quiet and dark. So a sleep environment, that is what we're talking about now. Sleep environment has to be comfortable, familiar, quiet, and dark. When you're able to get this together, you have moved on to a good night's sleep. Secondly, let's talk about what to encourage. There's something we call the sleep ritual, or you can call it the sleep routine. So when you have a sleep ritual, what do? Try as much as possible to have a cool shower before going to bed. This is simple because when you take a cool shower, it just lowers your temperature. And it's the best because a cool temperature, a lower temperature aids your sleep. So if you use air condition in your room, at about 18 degrees Celsius is very, very good for your temperature, something lower, so that you will get to sleep off easily and have a good night rest. Apart from that, you can read a light book, not on the bed, though. Not on the bed. Sit beside it, take a light book, read, and then when you go into bed, you should go to bed when you are tired. Don't lie on the bed waiting to be asleep. You take a light book, watch movie. Some people, it's when they are watching the movie start watching them because they will actually sleep off. So it's when you're tired, you keep the book and go lie down on the bed. So what you can do again is you put off the light, you lie down comfortably, and you don't take your worry to bed. Avoid that. Because really, what can you do when it's already time to have a rest? And it's time to sleep and refresh your mind. It's advisable we keep our worries away and allow our mind to sleep, because by the time you wake up in the morning, you feel more refreshed. Your judgment, your ability to make a cognitive process that is good enough to judge and see how the problem is and have a revitalized solution is possible. So if you take your problem to bed, you will have a disrupted night sleep, and then you won't be able to solve that problem. So a good ritual is leave your problem out of the bed and have a good night's sleep. When you're on the bed now and you can't fall asleep in 20 minutes, kindly stand up. Quickly stand up and go and revitalize yourself by just sitting down, taking a and form another routine till you're tired before you get to bed. Because if you do that, you strain your bed, and then your bed will not get to know that that's a place for sleep. So let me just give you this tip now, that when you're on the bed, make your bed majorly for sleep, and of course for the married, for sex. Bed should be for sex, because when you have good sex in at night, you will be able to have a deep sleep. And you know what that does? No cortisol, that's a stress hormone. It will not exist. It refreshes your skin and you look very pretty, because the cortisol that is released due to stress when you are sleeping at night breaks down collagen, the skin collagen, when it is in excess. So by the time it breaks down the skin collagen, you start having lines. Sometimes your eyes will be swollen or looking puffy. So take that with you today. That on the bed for sleep or for sex. Do regular exercise during the day, not 2 hours to bedtime. Not 2 hours to bedtime, because if you do a regular exercise during the day, you will realize that it helps you to have a deepened sleep. But if you do exercise just right before going to bed, your sleep will be disturbed. You won't get a nice sleep. So regular exercise during the day and not 2 hours to bedtime. Going to bed at a particular time and waking up at a particular time is best for you. So let's use, for instance, now you sleep at 10 p.m. and you wake up at 5 a.m. It's best, so you can set up yourself in that, so that the sleep cycle takes over time. You realize that you actually feel sleepy around that 10 and you wake up naturally by 5. But if you're just starting, a good clock alarm will help you do this. So set a routine, like a ritual. Go lie down by 10 p.m. Things to avoid. We've talked about your sleep environment, we talked about your sleep ritual. So now are things to avoid before going to bed. So if you have to go to bed and sleep well, because like I told you, sleep is about our life. We sleep at some quarters of our life, and if we don't sleep well, we are cheating our brain and we are not living well. So if you are going to sleep well, please try and avoid these few things. Caffeine containing drinks is a no before bed, at least 2 hours before bed. It's a no, because your sleep will be disturbed. And then smoking, like nicotine containing substances like cigarettes, is a no before bedtime. It's a no before bedtime, because you will be fully awake. There's no magic about it. And studies have shown that somebody, if you are fully awake and you don't have a good night's sleep, the likelihood of accident is very high during the day. And if you have to work in a place that you need your attention, your performance, you will go downhill. So the next again that you should avoid is heavy meals at night. 4 hours to bedtime, don't even try taking heavy meals. It's not just even about the sleep again. Some people regurgitate while sleeping, and that one can suffocate them. We've heard of people who die in their sleep. We don't expect that for anyone. If you eat an heavy meal before sleep, then you're about to cheat yourself, because all the system are working and trying to sort themselves out. I don't think it will be the best for any of us. Like, look at, sleeping well is good for the body. So another thing you should avoid is too much laying awake on bed. You have tried, your room is comfortable, a good environment, you have done all the ritual, and you are just there lying on the bed. You should do well to avoid lying on the bed for too long. Like I said, 20 minutes. When it's above 20 minutes and you have not slept off, stand up, get out of bed, go about doing something else. When you're tired, you come back to bed. Trust me, bed for sleep or for sex. Another thing is to avoid sleeping during the day. Say, I need to have a nap during the day. No, avoid excessive sleep during the day, because if you don't have enough sleep at night, you are likely to sleep during the day. And it's advisable that you have a long stretch of sleep. Sleep is a process, it's a cognitive process, it's a cycle, just like the way females menstruate every month. Sleep is has a cycle too. So if you don't go through that cycle, you are not benefiting at all. So sleep well, take it as a stretch. I understand that some of you do a night shift, you have to work all through the night, then you now compensate for it during the day. Yes, it's advisable that you should compensate for it during the day. So if you have to shift your night cycle, it's better you compensate for it on a stretch of sleep during the day, so that you'll be revitalized and your brain will be refreshed and your mind will be ready to set out for the day. So all this is very, very, very helpful, and you will have a night sleep. Quickly answer this question for you. Do you have enough sleep? Do you sleep well enough? Do you sleep long enough? Do you feel very sleepy during the day? Do your sleep get disturbed at night? These four questions, if you have a yes to any of them, then you are not having adequate sleep. Sleeping long enough. If you sleep long enough, then you should be having 7 to 9 hours of sleep per day as an adult. Children need longer hours, so that's why we need to tuck them into bed as early as possible, so for them to get 12 hours or more of sleep at night. For babies, they can sleep up to 19 hours. Those are the neonates, children less than 12 years of age. They can sleep as more than about 18 hours of the day. It's fine and good for them. You will achieve more during the day when you're awake, because everything about you is refreshed, is reset, and then you are well enough to go out for the day. Another thing is about quality of sleep. If you don't have good quality of sleep, that means you don't sleep long enough and well enough. When we talk about well enough, you don't feel refreshed when you wake up. You know, people have difficulty going to sleep. Some are able to sleep, like go to sleep, but they can't sustain it. You can't remain asleep. And then some people, when they wake up, they are not able to go back to bed immediately and sleep. This can be pointers to psychological illness or even physical health issues that we need to take very seriously. So, if you are not sleeping well enough, when we say well, you wake up in the morning, you are so refreshed, you feel energetic, you are ready to go out to face the day and to conquer. So if you don't feel that way in the morning, when you wake up and you feel tired, you do well to contact your mental health physician to get to the right treatment for this. If you feel very sleepy during the day, take up on all the tips that I've given to you, and you will have the best of the day when you sleep very well. If your sleeper is disturbed at night, like I said earlier, it could be a pointer to a psychological stress or a physical illness. Best is a mental health physician will help you set it up. Don't go around running after Valium. You want to take Valium and you get addicted to such drugs. And usually when it's prescribed in the hospital, it's supposed to be short term. Shouldn't be more, at most 2 weeks. If not, it gives you even more problem that when you don't use it, you get worse than even when you cannot sleep. So thank you for staying with me today. Go sleep well to your mental well-being. A blissful and a restful weekend. You will be out there during the week doing great things. Feel and behave.